Hi everyone, welcome to Heart Center Tarot. My name is Marina, and as always, I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. If you are new, welcome. I hope that you will find benefit here. And if you're returning, oh, a very special thank you for coming back. So, uh, I'm using a new system. I'm using the tablet instead of my other method. So this is kind of a little bit of a learning curve for me. So things are not the way that I normally would have them. So if you see me looking around, yeah, I'm a little lost. So September is just still brand new, and there is so much going on, so much. Um, September 1st hit me like a ton of bricks. It really did. And it took a while before it sort of finally went away. Anyway, so I have my candle burning. I'm going to be using the Return of Spirit Oracle deck. And then after that, I'll be using, of course, the Art Nouveau Golden Tarot. Let's take a deep breath and let's do the reading prayer. If you want to say it along with me, go ahead. If it's not your thing, it's fine too. I put it out there. Use it if you want to. Don't if you don't want to. Okay. I call on my guides, ancestors, angels, and ascendant masters to protect me as I receive and deliver these messages from Universal Spirit. May this reading and the messages provided be guided by and delivered with love, clarity, and truth. Reveal to me what should be known now, and keep from me what should remain a secret. Guide me to always manifest the highest possible good for myself, my spiritual family, and humanity at large. Amen. All right. So let's take a look at the Return of Spirit Oracle cards and see what messages, if any, Spirit has for us. Okay. Oh, what's the first one? What's the first one? What's the first one? Confidence. Very nice. Simplicity. Seeing a trend. Mediumship. Alrighty then. Yes, um, spirituality can be found in the very simple things that we do. We just need to have the confidence to believe that the messages we are receiving, the sort of subtle nudges that we're getting, um, sometimes the things that come to us in dreams. Um, Pay attention to the nuances. You know, pay attention to the messages, and sometimes the messages are very very simple, very simple, um, and they do come to us through mediumship. Um, any what I do. is no different than what you can do. I am not better um, than you. I don't have a special talent. This is something that everybody has. It's just a matter of working with it, paying attention to it, and believing in it more than anything else. So, oh, itchy nose. So, I think Spirit is telling us that we are we are receiving simple messages through through the mediumship. We just need to have the confidence to to believe them and to act on them. And remember, Spirit will never do anything that will harm you. Um, it will always work for your highest good. So pay attention to the little nudges and, sometimes things that come to you in your dream and so on. Yeah, there's beauty in the simple. There is. So, alrighty, I will put those aside. And let's go to the Gilded Tarot and see what guidance it will have. And as I'm shuffling this, I'll tell you that the September 1st hit me really, really hard. Part of it was sort of the energy around the world. Of course, we've got Afghanistan. That was awful. We've got hurricanes and flooding and whatnot that are happening down south, and it's affecting a lot of people. And it's a difficult energy to kind of move through. And then Texas. Oh my goodness gracious. It's like Putin said to his buddies, YouTube, entertainment purposes only. It's like Putin said, watch me destroy America. And Texas went, yeah, hold my beer. That's kind of exactly what they have done. With the Supreme Court not making a decision on Texas abortion laws. In effect, it was one of those non-decision decisions, that even by doing nothing, they set into motion irreparable harm. Irreparable harm. Things that will be taking women's rights back into the 15th century, believe me. Particularly with this, they tried to set up a hotline where you can be a whistleblower. And if you're a whistleblower against someone who is planning an abortion, has driven a friend to a clinic to have an abortion, counseled someone to have an abortion, citizen can arrest you, and if you're found guilty, they get $1,000. What's What's next? What's next? Um, you know, red-headed women are evil vixens. So if you know a red-headed woman, call this 1-800 number, and then after that, are we going to go, are they going to go, um, are they going to start going after the gays? Are they going to start going after women who choose not to have children? Um, are they going to start going after women who are not able to have children? There are no exceptions to this abortion law. No exceptions. So, let me give you a scenario what this law will do. The way that it is written, a 12-year-old girl is raped. She cannot have an abortion. She must carry that child to full term. And then, when that happens, her rapist can then apply for parental rights to that child. Did nobody stop to think of the impact that this would have on some lives? So, a girl who undergoes sexual abuse with family members, from family members, she has no rights, none at all. All she is just she's a womb, that's all. Now, is this going to stop abortions? No, not at all. The rich are still going to get their abortions. They're going to send their daughters out of state. The ones that are going to suffer are the marginalized, those women who are not in a position to pay for safe abortions outside Texas. So they're going to be harmed, perhaps irreparably, by back alley abortions. This is not good. This cannot stand. I think what's going to happen is, I think the Democrats have signed their own death warrant, really and truly. I mean, there are just some things that it's not a case of Republican or Democrat. It's 70-80% of the American public is in favor of Roe v. Wade. It's like cutting off your nose to spite your face. But you know what? If you're Texas and that's what you want to do, then you just go ahead. You just go ahead. So, let me just double check something here. Whoa, okay. There you are. Is that a little better? I can't tell. We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, so here's what I want to know is, will this be overturned in Texas? Oh. Two of Wands and the Nine of Wands popped out. So, yeah, I think that it definitely will be overturned. You know, the Two of Wands is kind of what you put out there with your what you're birthing, basically. The Nine of Wands is kind of the wounded warrior. Okay, this is like, fought a good fight, but here we are. I'm hemmed in. So, yeah, I think this was somebody who thought that this was a good idea. Clearly, after a few bottles of Hennessy, maybe, I don't know. Entertainment purposes only, maybe. But yeah, they're gonna have to walk it back, because there's so many of the citizens, not only in Texas but in the U.S. and around the world, are saying, "Oh no, oh no, 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 no." So, because don't forget, like Hillary Clinton said, human rights are women's rights, and women's rights are human rights. So let me see, what do we have here? Okay, the Nine of Cups, wish fulfilled. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay, the Three of Wands. Your ship's coming in. The Page of Wands. Wow. The Knight of Wands. Okay. Lots of wands. Lots of communication, lots of soul type energy. So, yeah, this is them rethinking, okay, here with the two, this is what you put out there, this is what I'd like, and this is sort of the answers coming in, the acknowledgements, the sort of your ship is coming in, and the Page of Wands, the idea, pages are messengers, right? And they're bringing in things that have to do with your soul, and the sort of, I desire. This is what I want. This is what I want. And the Knight, well, the Knights are the doers, right? They're the ones that take the action and that actually make things happen. So here we've got the wish fulfilled, the Democrats, the women, the families, and so on, that are saying, "Oh no, 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 I don't think so. And here's the Queen of Pentacles. And she is all about um, the possession. So in this case, I'm going to read this as, you know what? My sovereignty, my body. I decide what I'm going to do. And then the wands are just here to ensure that that message gets across. And it gets to Abbott and to his cronies very, very quickly that you done stepped in the doo-doo, son. Want to clean those boots before you come in the house. Dumbest thing they could have done. Oh, yeah. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords. You're done. You're done. And you can't say, oh, well, the Democrats. No, no, no. Democrats didn't do this to you. You did this to yourself because you just can't stand the idea that white men, especially white men of privilege, are going to find it difficult to live in the United States. And not only in the United States, but anywhere in the world. And if that's not the case, why all the voting suppression? Why all the, taking things away from people and, yeah, we're not going to let any more immigrants come in here because, well, because they're here to steal your jobs. Yeah, I don't think people are lining up, especially Americans, to take $7 an hour jobs. No. No, they're not interested in scrubbing floors and scrubbing toilets and, changing the bed sheets at the hotel. They're way too good for that. But you know who will do that? The immigrants. So you can't say they're stealing jobs. No, they're not. They're simply willing to do what you want. And that says a lot more about you than it does about them. Okay. I'm feeling very preachy. How odd is that? All right. I just want to take a look at the Supreme Court in the U.S. and see if there's any second thoughts. Are there going to be any repercussions for what they did? What they did, it's awful. All right, what do we have here? Queen of Cups. It's your emotion. The Page of Swords. So come in fighting. Come in fighting. This queen has she's guarding her feelings. She's got something that it's covered, right? She's got a couple secrets up her sleeve. And she is telling that page, get her done. I think, Lovers. Yeah. The Emperor had the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got two queens and the Lovers in the middle. I think that there are going to be repercussions. Somebody has made a backroom deal. And I think it's probably our Queen of Pentacles. She's very close to the Emperor. So I think that she, oh my goodness. Oh, all right. Okay. Here's what I'm getting. And again, YouTube entertainment purposes only. I think this is Amy Coney Barrett. I think that she initially told the Chief Justice Roberts, that she wanted something done with it. That this was not going to be a 5-4 decision for the court not to do anything, and then for the lower court's abortion decision to stand. And I think somebody got to her with a little bit of cash, and she changed her vote, and it sent him for a spin. That was not what he expected. And I think that there are going to be repercussions. I think there will be repercussions for her. And as more people start now to pay attention to the Supreme Court, other questions are going to come out. And let me see, I've just yeah, the Three of Wands, seeing your efforts coming in, and look at this, the Seven of Swords, Thief in the Night, something that was stolen. And what was stolen? The happy family. Yeah, I think Amy Coney Barrett is in trouble, and I think that once they start really examining the Supreme Court, someone's going to have to answer about what happened with Kavanaugh and where did he get the money to pay off all his bills. Hey, if the man's saved, and he's a gambler, and he had $50,000, and he took it to Las Vegas, and he said 13 red, and his number came up, fine, tell us that's what he did. That's not what happened. He is bought and paid for. Oh, that is sad. That is so sad. That politics has taken over the Supreme Court, the court that is supposed to be bipartisan, that is supposed to be all about the law and the interpretation of the law, and they've made, ever since McConnell stole that Supreme Court seat, they've made a mockery of what it is. Okay, alrighty. Well, let's take a look at the Canadian election, which is later on this month. King of Pentacles. Okay, I'll leave it out. I'll leave it out. We'll see what he has to say for himself. How will the election go? Are we going to have a majority government, minority government? How will things go? Is Justin Trudeau still going to be in power? Alrighty. The Emperor. Two of Swords. Decisions need to be made. The world, the world is watching. Beginnings and ends. Judgment. And Ten of Swords. Okay, we've got three major arcana cards here. The Emperor, the World, and Judgment. So, yes, I think that Trudeau is going to I think he's going to be re-elected, but it's certainly not going to be majority government. He's going to have to work with one or both of the other sides. He's going to feel very much like this is sort of, stab in the back. It isn't. I think I understand why he would call an election now. It's not a good time, number one, and yet if he is in charge now, during this COVID crisis, he can remind everyone what he has done for people who lost their jobs and whatnot. He can remind them who it was that made sure that they were looked after financially. He can also remind them what the Liberals are doing to try to keep people healthy. But decisions have to be made, and there is going to be some judgment on things that he has done. And I think this is where the King of Pentacles comes in. I think it's something financial, something where he has received money for something that perhaps he ought not to have accepted, and that maybe the acceptance was innocent enough, but the optics are terrible. So yes, as we go to the polls, decisions will have to be made. And the other thing too is, in the middle of a pandemic, now is not the time to change horses. So I think maybe Trudeau is counting on that a little bit. Who can blame him? Alrighty. And, oops, don't want to put those in the wrong way. I think this is almost at 35 minutes, a little longer than I anticipated. But those are some of the things that came out. So anyway, I hope that you're going to have a super long weekend. I hope that the next week is going to be joyful and happy and so on. Um, we are in for good times. It looks a little shaky right now, and maybe it should be. You know, sometimes things have to kind of hit a few people in the face before they actually pay attention, right? So maybe all this happened for a reason. You know, all the flooding and the hurricanes and the whatnot. You know, that's Mother Nature saying, hey, I've told you once, I've told you twice, you're not paying attention. So yeah, I'm gonna do something now that is gonna make you pay attention. You know? And don't forget, we need the earth. The earth can, will, and has survived without us just fine. This isn't her first rodeo. So maybe it's time that we started paying attention to that, being guided by that. So good times are coming. Things are going to get better. You just have to go through a little bit of muck before that happens. So I wish you well. I wish you peace and love. And I hope to see you back here real soon. Take care. Bye bye.